realize how much of a pain it is to deal with you even being around? Having to deal with your special accommodations for your wheelchair is such a pain. You do understand how much of a problem it is, right? I'm really sorry if I caused you any trouble. I really don't mean to. I know how much of a bother it can be. Good, I'm glad. Are you ever going to stop using it anytime soon? Maybe you should apologize to everyone for being such a burden. I really am sorry. I've tried my best to keep this from being an issue. I thought I did everything I was supposed to make sure it wasn't a problem. I really don't want to make anyone else have to deal with this if I can. Well, whatever you did wasn't enough. I've got important things to do. I can't be wasting my time with stuff like this. All this ADA compliance stuff is such a pain. All the ramps, the special desk, the modified car, everything. I'll see if I can figure out how to get it taken care of so you don't need to handle it anymore. I'm really sorry. I hope we can figure this out so it's not an issue anymore. Make sure it's dealt with. This kind of thing can affect your performance evaluation, which will be what determines your bonus this year. You need to contribute as much as you can if you want, assuming you care about the bonus. I do, and I'll try my hardest, but it's really difficult for me to do anything that requires me to run around outside of the office without some accommodations. I'm perfectly able to do desk work and whatnot as it is, but if I'm supposed to be making sales, I need to be able to get in and out of the office as easily as possible. It just never ends. I'm not sure why they even hired you. You can barely do half the work of any other employee. I have to go out of my way to cover for you just because you're in that wheelchair. I'm really sorry, I just can't do those kinds of things like an able-bodied employee. But if I have everything I need, I'm just as capable as everyone else. I have plenty of useful skills. Skills? What skills? If you can't walk around and do the same kind of stuff as the rest of us, what can you do? People must really pity on you being stuck in that thing. Not really. Most people are pretty kind about it, I found. But sometimes, well, all the ladies in accounting just seem to fawn over you all the time. I can hardly stand being around people like you, though. It's all just such a bother. I don't understand what all of them see in you. You seem like more trouble than you're worth. But I guess you must like all the attention. I don't really think they pay me any more attention than anyone else. They're just kind is all. Which is more than I can say for some people. But it is nice having some people at work who take interest in me. That's kind of sad. For a man like you to say something like that makes you seem weak. Really just adds to the pitifulness. I'm surprised you managed to make it this far. I've managed to make it my way just like everyone else. I try my best to work hard and not cause any problems. I really do mean it when I say that I'm sorry if I caused you any problems. But I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Nick, my boy, I just heard the good news about your sales numbers. I'm so proud of you for managing to make it at a job like this. I knew you could keep up with the best of them, but a job like that requires a lot of running around, and you smoked the entire pack. Keep going like that and you'll be the greatest employee of all time. Thanks, Dad. It really means a lot. I'm just happy I can be useful. It's been a lot of hard work even keeping up sometimes, but I'm really happy that I managed what I did. You should be. It's impressive for anyone. I was a little worried about you being in a wheelchair and all, but you definitely knocked it out of the park and then some. Yeah, I guess I did. It was kind of hard not getting in anyone's way. And there was definitely some tension with me working here at the beginning, but I think it all worked out in spite of all of that. Most people have been really nice and helpful, even if not everyone is quite so kind. I can't say I'm surprised some people treated you badly. It's a shame that not everyone is so accommodating, though. If you can do the work, why does it matter if you're in a wheelchair or not? Yeah, you would think it wouldn't be a problem. Some people just don't really understand, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to try my best to keep it up. I definitely want to set an example as best I can. The job has gotten a lot easier too now that I know the ropes a bit better. And I've started to make some friends too. I'm glad it's going so well. Oh, by the way, I have a few reports that I need to get handled by the end of the day, and I was wondering if you might be able to help out with them. I know you got a lot on your plate, but Norm is out today and the client needs them soon. Sure, not a problem. I just finished my last client visit, so I have some time. I helped Norm with them earlier, so I'm sure I can finish them up for him. Anyway, enough about my boring work. How's everything going on your end? It's going really well, actually. The business is doing well and the investors are happy. A lot of that is thanks to you, really. With sales up like this, we're looking at great numbers this quarter. Good. I'm glad to hear my work is that meaningful. I'm still worried that it all might be for nothing, though. Are you worried about people finding out that you're my son? I really don't think it's that big of a deal. But since you're worried, as far as I know, no one else knows about it. Okay, good. I know you're worried that people will think that I'm giving you special treatment, but you really shouldn't worry. Your numbers are above and beyond. I doubt anyone would bat an eye, especially after what you've accomplished. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I'm just worried that they might treat me differently if they think I'm benefiting from nepotism. I just want to work hard and earn my way like everyone else. I definitely understand. Oh, and one more thing. My secretary keeps asking me to confirm everyone for the company retreat. You're still planning on going, right? I wouldn't miss it for the world. But do you think it's okay? Why wouldn't it be? It's a good opportunity for everyone to get to know each other better. You should definitely be there if you can make it. There will also be a few people there that I want to introduce you to. I'm attending a dinner with some old colleagues of mine. Though it's not until after the retreat is over. If you don't mind extending your reservation for a few days, I'd like for you to come. I can probably do that, but won't it be weird if you're bringing just me? Well, now that you're our top performer, it's only natural that you get to benefit from some perks. And I don't think it'll give anything away. I really doubt anyone will think anything of it. Don't worry too much about it. Yeah, you're right. I'll figure out all my bookings later and let your secretary know. I'm actually really looking forward to the retreat and meeting your old colleagues. I'm glad. Oh, and why don't you come over for dinner tonight? Mom's making your favorite. You know I can't pass up a home-cooked meal. Do you have all your stuff sorted out with the wheelchair and whatnot? I don't want us falling behind schedule. Don't worry, it's all been arranged ahead of time. I don't think there will be any delays or big surprises. Thanks for helping with arranging it all and with the schedule. It really is a big weight off my shoulders to have all of this planned out in advance. Well, I won't say it was easy. It was a lot of trouble to make sure the schedule accounted for you needing more time and everything. It's so annoying that I have to go through all of this extra stuff just for one person. Anyway, it should be fine now, after all that. Yeah, thanks again. I really do appreciate it. I just want to make sure there are some notes in the schedule about accessibility, right? Of course there are. It's necessary information, so I made sure it was included. In fact, I made a special copy just for you. It's on your desk. It's going to be a big problem if we can't get all there together, so I wanted to note the places where we had to do something different so no one gets confused. Well, that's good at least. It really is a big help. It lets me know what to expect and plan for if I need to. Yeah, you're the one who has to plan. I'm the one doing all the planning. You just get to benefit from it. You're being pretty inconsiderate of my time, you know? I wish you'd figure that out. I really am sorry. I try my best not to get in the way, but sometimes I really just can't avoid it. But I do think it's better for me to participate as much as I can. I'm still part of the company, and if I'm not there, it can affect all of us. And this retreat is supposed to help us all get to know each other better, so we can work together more effectively. I'm not sure how I could ever work together more effectively with you. I'd rather avoid you if I can. You know, I've kept my mouth shut up until now, but I really need to know. Why do you have such a problem with me? Is it something I did to you? Yeah, it is. You being in that wheelchair is the problem. All it's ever done is cause me problems and create more work. I wish you'd just quit. It'd save me a lot of hassle. I bet you didn't actually even get the top performer spot. I did. I had a lot of help from my coworker, sure. But I was the one who closed the sales all on my own. Sure you did. And I'm a monkey's uncle. I don't know what to tell you. Also, I wouldn't get your hopes up about Lily in accounting. I've seen how you smile at her. She's just being nice to you because she takes pity on you. Lily? I guess I like her. But I don't think she takes pity on me. She's just a nice person. Whatever, you should just stay away from her anyway. I'm the one that she's interested in anyway. Are you sure about that? Of course I am. Anyway, don't be late. You'll throw off the entire schedule. Don't worry, I won't. Hey, where you at? We had some free time in the schedule, so I went to go check out the museum. Why? What's up? I can't believe you fell for it. I guess it worked after all. Today was the last day of the trip. Wait, what do you mean? Everyone's already left. Now we won't have to bother with you and all your needs. What's going on? The schedule said that the trip was ending tomorrow. Yeah, well, yours is. I can't believe you didn't realize that I changed it. But I'm glad you didn't. I can't believe you tricked me like that. Have fun getting home in that wheelchair of yours. Why would you do this to me? It's better for everyone this way. Well, it won't be better for you for long. In fact, I think it'll be better for me. I just showed the company president our chat history. You should expect to get a call from him soon. And you might want to answer. What are you talking about? Wait, he really is calling me. How did you manage that? After seeing everything you've said to me over the past few months, he seems very interested in having a talk. You probably should know that he's actually here with me right now. Whoa, wait a minute. Why are you with the president? I thought he was coming back with us. No, he was planning on staying a couple more days. In fact, so was I. What? We're actually going to be traveling back together. Really? How can you afford it? He and I have quite a bit to catch up on, so he's offered to cover my expenses for the extension. And he's even got me an upgrade to business class to make things a bit smoother. Oh, he's asking me if you'd like to have a quick chat with the two of us. I'm really sorry, Nick. I really am. I didn't realize that your dad was that, Mr. Potts. I really regret saying all those rude things to you. I truly am sorry. I think me and my father have said everything we want to say on the matter. Though, I'm sorry it had to come to this. We really didn't want anyone finding out me and the boss are related. Why didn't you say anything? If I had known who you were, I would have treated you a lot differently. That's the exact reason. If you knew who I was, you'd all treat me with kid gloves. All I wanted is to be treated like any other person. Get things based on my own merit. Then why are you telling me now? Won't everyone figure it out? What exactly are you saying? If I know, what's preventing me from telling everyone else? At this point, I'm not sure it matters. If you tell someone how you know, people will wonder why. And it won't be hard to figure that out. I don't think anyone will think too well of someone who treats disabled people the way you do. I mean... It's really sort of a shame. If you had just been a little bit nicer, none of this would have had to happen. Oh, I really didn't mean to be so rude. I was just venting is all. It was really a lot of work to set all of that stuff up for you. I get it. Think of how I feel having to inconvenience people all the time. It really sucks, but I can't help it. I can't wave a magic wand and have my legs work again. I'm not using a wheelchair to make other people's lives harder. If anything, I just want to make things easier for everyone, and that means making things easier for people like me. I guess you're right. I really should have treated you better. After all, you did manage to put up the best sales in years, in spite of everything. I did, and unfortunately, it was in spite of what you did, dragging your feet and complaining about every little reasonable accommodation. You should probably know that what you did didn't go unnoticed. What do you mean by that? Well, just as an example, Lily from accounting. Remember her? You brought her up before. She saw that I wasn't at the airport and sent me a message. She was really worried about me being able to make it on the flight. But I explained the whole story to her, and she said she had suspected something was up between you and I. Her opinion of you seemed to have worsened significantly as of late. Oh, and by the way, she and I are going on a date when I get back. I was sort of shocked that she asked me, honestly. I'm super happy though. She's been really kind to me, as you might expect. She even went out of her way to find a place for our date that was wheelchair accessible. What? Really? How did you... I imagine it's because she values people who work hard and treat others with kindness. Unlike you, she cares about who people are on the inside. And she cares enough to help people who need it. I know you were going after her, but I think we're both doing you a favor by popping that bubble before you embarrass yourself any more than you already have. I can't believe it. Oh, and fair warning, the next phone call you'll be getting from my father will probably be the last one you'll ever get from the company. I'd start looking for a new job if I were you. I've asked him to write you a reference so you're not out on the street. And he agreed not to sue for discrimination. Thanks, I guess. I hope going forward you learn to respect others. Chad was let go from his position a few days later. After that, the company invested in extensive sensitivity and ADA compliance training to ensure there were no further issues. Mark kept up his sales figures and was top salesperson for 10 months in a row. Mark was promoted not long after and began managing the entire sales team, increasing overall sales fivefold. He hasn't had any issues with discrimination since, and the company has been especially careful to ensure that all employees treat everyone with respect. They even began a push to hire more disabled workers and found their business boomed as a result. Mark and Lily hit it off and got married a year later and are expecting their first child. As for Chad, while Mark's kindness did keep him from becoming completely destitute, his cruelty stalled his career and love life. He's now a mediocre salesman living a sad life all alone. He works for a much smaller, less successful company, and even then, he never manages to break the top 5 for sales, despite all his advantages. Even if he does find success again, he'll never quite match what Mark and his father have managed to build. But you know what they say, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. And Chad was filled with vinegar and nothing else. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.
Thanks so much for today, babe. It's been like forever since I've gone to the aquarium. I had such a blast with you. Oh my god, and Eric, that restaurant you booked tonight was so amazing.
I am so glad to hear you enjoyed yourself. I had a great time too. I love spending time with you.
Oh, me too, babe. What do you think about going out to catch a movie next time? We haven't done that in like forever.
That sounds great. Okay then, let's catch a movie next time. Is there anything good out right now? Anything you want to see?
Yeah, there's this new one that just came out that I've been dying to see. It looks so good, but it's only showing at night. If we want to catch it, we'd have to have our early dinner, probably somewhere near the theater, and we'd have to head over like as soon as we're finished eating.
Okay, no problem. I'll start looking for some nice restaurants near the movie theater. I'm sure I can find something good.
Thanks so much, babe. Love you. You're like literally the sweetest.
Hey, Michelle, since it'll be pretty late by the time the movie finishes, do you mind if I ask a favor? Is it cool if I come back to your place afterwards?
Huh? You want to come back to my place?
I mean, we usually hang out at my place after our dates, but I really want to come and visit your place at least once.
But babe, my place is so cramped. You can't even stretch your legs. And it's kind of messy. It looks like a tornado swept through. Even if you came over, I don't think you'd have a good time.
Baby, I really don't mind at all if your place is cramped. And I don't care if you have laundry like all over the place or something. I just want to be close to my little baddie.
No, babe, you don't get it. I mind. I don't want you to judge me.
Okay, I understand. I won't force you to do anything you don't want to do, babe. It's just that it's been almost a year since we started dating, and I've never once been to your place, so I'm kind of curious, that's all. I just want to know more about you. I want to know everything about my girl.
Oh, Eric. Okay, fine. I'll straighten up my place just for you.
Sweet. Lucky me. Sorry if I'm being selfish, but I'm just into you, so I want to know everything there is to know about you.
No, not at all. I totally get it. If anything, I'm sorry I didn't even realize you felt that way. I should have considered your feelings more. We're dating after all, so it's not fair for me to keep you from coming over.
Unfair is a stretch. I wouldn't go that far. But seriously, don't worry about cleaning up. I don't care if your place is a pigsty. I just want to spend time with my baby.
In that case, would you be down to do some chores with me then?
Yeah, I'd be totally down. That's a whole date in and of itself.
Oh my god, I'm just kidding, silly. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I'll take care of it. Okay, now let's hurry up and decide on a date to see the movie. How about this Saturday?
I'm going touring this week, so next week should actually work better for me. What are your plans, Michelle?
Perfect. Next week works for me too. By touring, you mean you're going riding with your biker friends?
Yep, that's the plan.
You have so many biker friends. I'm so jealous.
I met someone pretty cool recently, so I'm planning to go riding with him. We really hit it off. And guess what? We work for the same corporate group. Small world, right? Our company names and job titles are totally different, though.
Wow, what a crazy coincidence. Does he like riding his motorcycle just as much as you?
He rode a lot when he was younger, but after joining the workforce, he didn't really have the time anymore. But now that he has more time to himself, he's slowly learning how to ride again. Because of that, though, he's actually renting his motorcycle for now.
Oh, I see. That's pretty interesting.
It's pretty common for people to stop riding after they get married or have a kid.
So that's how it is? Is it actually uncommon for people to keep riding their motorcycles forever?
Yeah, I mean, it costs a lot of money and it's pretty dangerous. Anything could happen while you're out for a ride.
That makes sense. Are you planning to stop riding after we get married, Eric?
Well, if anything happened to me, I'm sure it would make you sad, Michelle, and we can't have that. I'm prepared to quit the biker life for you.
Thank you, babe. I'm happy to hear that you treasure me so much. You'd give up one of your favorite hobbies.
Of course, baby. I'd do anything for you. You know I'm totally crazy about you. You have got me in the palm of your hand. Oh my god, if I keep going, I'm gonna propose to you right here over text. I'd rather propose with way more style, so I'm just gonna quit while I'm ahead.
Good call. Let's pick this back up at a fancy restaurant under the stars. I don't mind you going riding, but be careful not to get into an accident or anything. That friend of yours is someone you can trust, right? He'd help if anything ever happened to you, right?
Yeah, he's a really great guy. Not too long ago, when we went running together, an accident happened literally right in front of us. We both helped out and called the cops, and even helped navigate the car.
Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioning that before. So that's who you were with then. Selfless guys who are willing to jump in and help people in need like that are so cool.
Yeah, he's a pretty reliable dude. That whole fiasco is actually what led us to becoming close friends.
You should introduce him to me sometime.
Yeah, I'd love for you guys to meet someday. My bad, Eric. I didn't even notice your message. What do you mean you're on your way to my office, though? What's going on? Henry, I hate to bother you when I know you're busy with work, but this is kind of urgent. When we went riding last week, you mentioned to me that you hadn't been home in a while. I mean, yeah, but it's kind of a complicated situation. You know I don't really like to talk about it. So, what's up? What's going on? I need to see you as soon as possible. Also, I'm bringing Alice with me. Wait, what? Are you talking about my daughter? Yeah, that's exactly who I'm talking about. And why are you bringing my daughter here? In fact, why are you even together in the first place? Honestly, I'm still pretty confused about this whole situation too. But to be frank, it seems that I've been having an affair with your wife. What? Wait, hold on, man. You're not making any sense. I went to my girlfriend's house for the first time today and found a little girl crouching on her balcony. She said that my girlfriend was her mom. Hold on a sec. You're saying that little girl is my Alice? Let me just walk you through what happened from the beginning. At first, I thought that my girlfriend might have just been hiding the fact that she has a child. But then she told me her name and that her dad is still in the picture. So I put two and two together and I realized that my girlfriend was having an affair and I was taking part in it too. Uh-huh. Then I asked her what her dad's name was and she told me that it's Henry. And then she pretty much described you to a T. Beard, a giant mole in the cheek, and that you hate fish. Oh, but dude, that just sounds like it's a coincidence. Yeah, but then I started getting a pretty bad feeling after that. While my girlfriend was in the shower, I snooped around her place a bit, and you'll never guess what I found. Your business card. Are you serious? As serious as a heart attack. So, you mean to tell me that my wife is having an affair with one of my biker friends? Oh, that's insane. What kind of sick and twisted coincidence is that? When we first met, you told me that you weren't on good terms with your wife. I was careful to purposely avoid that topic so that you wouldn't have to talk about it. I never really talked about my girlfriend either because I didn't want to make you uncomfortable. So since we never talked about that kind of stuff, it makes sense that neither of us noticed. I did sort of notice that you were holding yourself back when it came to that kind of stuff. I just figured you didn't really want to talk about it. So, like, how long have you been dating her? We've been together for almost a year now. Wait, for a year? Oh, I get it. Now I see why she's been acting that way. She started lashing out at me just about a year ago. Wait, seriously? I see. So this is why. She got all cold and distant just because she found herself a new boyfriend. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Henry. I am so sorry. I know apologizing alone isn't enough to make up for it, but honestly, I am really sorry. Well, I mean, you had no idea, right? It is what it is. Nonetheless, why are you bringing Alice here? Does Michelle know about this? No, she doesn't. This is gonna sound so bad, but we left while Michelle was in the shower, so she has no idea. Wait, so that means... I'm really sorry, man, but we haven't done anything yet today, I swear. No, it's fine. That's a normal thing for couples to do. So, she's been lying to you this whole time, so it doesn't really make sense for me to get upset with you. You didn't do anything wrong. There's actually a reason why I decided to bring Alice with me. Something seems off with her. What seems off about her? She seems oddly afraid of adults, and her body looks frail. I couldn't help but wonder if she's always been this way, or if something's messed up or has been going on at home. She does? Is she okay? My baby girl's not hurt, is she? No, at least not from what I could see. I'm not sure about under her clothes, so that's obviously not somewhere I could check. I wonder if Michelle told her to go in the balcony while you were visiting. Oh, my poor little angel. If she's not feeling well, worst case scenario, it's probably because she spent all night outside. You told me that you don't really go home often, right? So you probably had no idea what poor Alice was dealing with. That's the real reason why I brought her along. Oh, thank you, man. You're sharp. That was a smart decision. It's seriously been too long since you've been home, man. Otherwise, there's no way you wouldn't have noticed something being off with Alice. Michelle's the reason why I haven't been back home. She kicked me out of the house. What? Where have you been staying then? I've mainly been sleeping at the office in my car. During the busy season, I can stay at a hotel near my office at the company's expense, so that's a huge help. That's honestly kinda sad, man. Whenever I was home, she'd always start picking fights with me. She treated me so badly, it was mentally draining and I couldn't take it. Whenever I thought about going home, I'd feel nauseous and even get horrible stomach aches that felt like they'd never end. Yeah, that does sound pretty awful. But how could you just leave Alice all by herself? You left her all alone and now she's traumatized. Oh, you're totally right. I have no excuse. I really did Alice wrong. She didn't deserve that. Well, next time, make sure you protect her with everything you've got. She's been waiting for her daddy to come back this entire time. Did Alice really say that? Yeah, man. She thought that as long as she was a good girl, her daddy would eventually come home. So she's been waiting all this time. But you just abandoned her. Oh, Alice got caught in the middle of our drama, and I really hurt her. Oh, I'm such an awful father for just running away like that. She deserves so much better. This time around, I'm gonna protect my baby girl without running away.
Eric, where are you, babe? Stop messing around and reply to me already.
Sorry to keep you waiting, babe. Something came up and I suddenly had to go home. My bad for not communicating.
Yay, you finally responded to me. Baby, you had me so worried. I freaked out when I saw that you weren't here when I got out the shower. I looked all over for you, even outside around the house.
I was so shocked that I left without even thinking. I found out that my girlfriend's a married woman.
What? What are you talking about, babe? You know that's not true. Stop being ridiculous.
You left your husband's business card sitting right on the table. Did you think that I wouldn't see it, sitting out in the open like that?
I don't even know what to say. You've got to be kidding me, right?
I was so surprised. Words can't even begin to describe how shocked I was. Because you know my new biker friend I was telling you about? It turns out I've been having an affair with his wife this whole time.
What? Are you kidding me? The guy you were telling me about is Henry, of all people?
I even talked to Henry to make sure, so there's no doubt. Oh, I felt so sorry for Henry. It was so awkward to even bring it up, and I had to apologize to him like a million times.
Look, sweetie, I'm sorry I didn't say anything, but I've honestly been planning to leave him. You're the only one for me, Eric. I love you.
Well, thanks for loving me. But there is no way I could ever marry such an evil woman who treats her family so horribly.
What are you even talking about? I don't do anything to treat my family horribly.
You incessantly criticized Henry, drained him mentally, and then kicked him out of the house.
Is that what Henry told you? He's just talking crap about me to make me look bad. Don't listen to him.
And what about what you've done to your daughter? You haven't even asked about Alice, not even once. Have you really not realized that she's not even there?
What? What? Why isn't she here?
Are you seriously just realizing now that she's gone? You really don't even care about your own kid. Oh, that is just sad.
Where did she go? Where is my daughter?
I took her with me when I left. I found her on the balcony and took her to safety. I heard all about what's been going on and what you've been doing to her.
What is that supposed to mean?
She's got bruises all over her and she's so weak. Just so you know, I've already notified Child Protective Services.
Excuse me? And just who are you to do that? You don't even know her. It's a crime for you to just up and take her from her own home.
Nah, cut it out, Michelle. As far as I can see, there's no issue here. As her father, I'm perfectly within my rights to take her.
Huh? Henry? You're with Eric?
Eric brought Alice all the way to my office. She is finally safe now.
Are you kidding me? No, she isn't. He basically kidnapped her.
And what about what you've done to her? Making her go out onto the balcony when you have company and not even giving her enough food to eat? I haven't seen her in almost a year and just look how thin she's gotten. She's just skin and bones.
I was just disciplining her. Any parent would have done the same. And honestly, what girl wouldn't benefit from a diet? I don't want to hear anything about child rearing from you when you just up and left her here with me. You abandoned us, your own family.
Michelle, you're the one who kicked me out of the house. You literally changed the locks while I was at work.
Well, that's because you were so annoying. I didn't even want to breathe the same air as you. Just disgusting. You make me sick to my stomach.
There you go again, attacking me for no reason. Turns out the reason you suddenly started acting cold about a year ago was because you got a new boyfriend. Who would have thought that I'd end up becoming friends with that same guy? It's a crazy world we live in.
How was I supposed to know? I didn't expect that to happen either. To be blunt, I'm still in shock. My mind can't process this.
I was planning to leave you at some point, but all I did was run away. I was just idling away while you were torturing my baby girl. Just thinking about it makes my stomach turn. Just so we're clear, I'm leaving you. I want a divorce.
I don't care. Do whatever you want. I was already planning to leave you too.
Also, I'm taking custody of Alice. So you'll need to pay child support. I'm reporting you for neglect as well.
You can do that?
I'm sure as hell gonna try. I'm gonna make sure you pay to fix all the mental turmoil you've caused her. That therapy bill is gonna be insane.
And exactly how much is that going to cost me?
Way more than you can afford, that's for sure. I'll be consulting with a lawyer later.
I can't deal with this. Give Eric the phone. Right now.
What's up? Eric here.
Please help me, babe. Eric, if you don't help me, I'm gonna go broke. You don't want your sweetheart out here penniless, do you?
Why should I care? I don't want anything to do with you anymore. You've been deceiving me this whole time. I can't believe how easily that pretty face spits out lies. I'll never forgive you for the rest of my life.
Come on, babe. Don't be like that. It was just a little white lie. Like I said before, I love you. You're my one and only.
There's no way in the world I could ever marry someone as evil and conniving as you. Even if we did get married, there's a good chance you'd eventually treat me the same way that you treated Henry.
I would never do that, baby. You're completely different from Henry. You're my soulmate. I want you by my side forever. It's you and me against the world.
I can't trust anything that comes out of your mouth anymore. At least, not after finding out about what happened between you and Henry. Your words don't hold any weight for me. You're just a liar and a cheater.
Oh, don't try act all high and mighty when you were equally complicit in this affair. You're the one who slept with a married woman. This is why I hate men. You're all the worst. Complete trash. You two are awful. You're just ganging up on me and trying to push me into a corner.
What are you talking about? You're not even the victim here. Stop trying to play innocent. If anything, you're literally the devil incarnate.
Oh, I hate you. You're so annoying. You're just some thick-headed simp who didn't even notice that you were basically just a side piece for nearly an entire year. How dumb can you be?
Oh, I see. So this is how you used to attack Henry. I'll be submitting this entire conversation to the lawyer. Thanks for the evidence. Now I know just how unhinged you really are.
Who do you think you are? Don't you dare think I'll let you get away with this.
Oh, is that a threat? I'll be sure to report that to the police.
What? You're seriously gonna report me to the police?
When are you gonna realize that you're just driving yourself into a corner with what you're saying? Have some tact. You're just digging your own grave.
Okay, but Alice and Henry have nothing to do with you. It's not like you're even part of this family. Why are you even getting this upset for them?
Because I'm human. You treated them both terribly, and you got me involved as well. Of course I'd be upset. Especially at the fact that they have to deal with someone as wicked as you.
What about me, though? Am I not important to you anymore? Just a couple weeks ago, you were telling me how I was one of the most important people in the world to you.
No way. As of now, you don't mean anything to me anymore. You're nothing more than a liar who tricked me for an entire year. I'm done with you. Henry and Michelle got divorced after that. Shortly after, Henry was granted custody of Alice. Given all that had happened, Henry and I decided to stop going riding for a while. Instead, we think of ways to spend time with Alice on our days off. We even remodeled the car into a camper. The three of us have been enjoying the outdoors together, camping and hiking and just losing ourselves in nature. This way, Alice can enjoy herself when she's with us. She's doing a lot better now and way less afraid of adults. She even thinks of me as her second dad. On the other hand, Michelle's life has taken a turn for the worst. I bet after all of that, you'd think that she'd have no luck on the dating scene. On the contrary, she ended up becoming a popular escort. But she got way too caught up in that life and ended up with some bad habits and eventually shackled herself with a huge debt that I doubt she'll be able to pay off in this lifetime. I am honestly too stunned to say anything else about it, but I'm more than certain that she's going to continue her self-destructive ways. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content.